Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm a week behind on my haul videos, so this might be a bit of a long video. I've got last week's pickups, this week's pickups, and a trip to a secondhand bookstore. So I will start off with that. Secondhand bookstore, I found an Evil Ernie. Anything from Chaos I usually grab because it is basically out of business now. Chaos became Coffin Comics from the story I heard, or sorry, what I was told from my LCS. Things like Lady Death, they carried over. Apparently, Lady Death was going to be bought by Dynamite, and Avatar Press came in and bought it and gave it back to the creator, Brian Pulido. But that's kind of why Dynamite can do Mercy Sparks and some of those other characters. I was kind of surprised, but I was able to find Spider-Man 544. This is One More Day story arc, part 1. And the variant cover. And part 3. They had part 4, but I already have that one. Unfortunately, I could not find a part 2 anywhere, so I've got to go on the hunt for that one. Incredible Hulk. And Thor. We traded a bunch of stuff in and got some credit, so some of these might have been a bit overpriced, but I actually have not found them at my LCS when I go through the Thor section, so I always try to find Thor and Hulk when I'm there. So this was my pickup for my LCS last week. Planet Death, bad idea. I told myself I was not going to read any more Bad Idea because I did not like their programs with having to the exclusives are so hard to find. You had to literally be at conventions, or you had 15 minutes to do this and that, but this story did kind of jump out to me. Hello Darkness. I always go for the freeze-on covers. Absolute Superman number 9. Gotham City Sirens number 2. It's just a fun read. I mean, it's nothing you have to think about. But I am a Poison Ivy fan, so I try to get Poison Ivy if she's involved in anything. Connecting cover. And the one that I'm super excited for, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees the Rites of Spring. I loved the first series. I mean, if you're not familiar with it, think of like the little happy, busy world of Richard Scarry with a serial killer. I Hate Fairyland. I'm a little thrown that they jumped the numbering up, but they just started doing the legacy numbering, which I thought was a little strange. Still love the story. Don't know how much longer I'm going to be hanging on with it, though. It just seems to be kind of the same thing, but it's just a fun read. Transformers 22. I do love that cover. It's pretty ominous. Buried Long Ago by Mad Cave. I'm telling you, Mad Cave seems to be really hitting a lot of home runs with me. Wild Animals. I don't know what this one's about, but I mean, the cover alone kind of tells you that it's going to be good. Predator, Black, White, and Blood. They had the cover that I really wanted, the gory, bloody one. Legacy of Vader #6. Kylo Ren's going to all of Darth Vader's old haunts. And the Marvel swimsuit special, the wraparound cover. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion #2. I like the one with the all the Spider-Mans on them. And then Blood Type by EC Oni. The vampire is on a desert island. The Zenescope. The Diamond Realtor special. This is the bronze cover, limited 400. Don't know how much more Zenescope I'm gonna have. Zenescope. I am missing a couple of the current issues that they're not getting in. They're getting them in sporadically. Stopped at another LCS the other day or yesterday that was close by to mine, and asked them if they were carrying Zenescope, and they said they never really got a big call for it either, so I may have to be ordering online to continue the story. And the one that I'd gone back and forth on, I'd seen it there a couple of times, but when I saw the price on this one, I just couldn't pass it up. A DC Marvel crossover, Galactus versus Darkseid. And then my son picked up Superman Silver Surfer, so that was last week's haul. I will jump onto this week's haul. AWA, They Choose Violence. I didn't know what to expect with the first issue. I was just happy that AWA was putting stuff back out kind of regularly now. But group of 3 women, 3 black women are going after the racist, the misogynists, and they're not. The first issue, they went after a police officer that had shot a young black man and gotten off. So it's very socially, racially charged, but you know, it's a revenge story basically. Be Not Afraid #2. This woman's given birth to a very weird, I don't even know if it's a person, but has powers. Reminds me of one of those old, the old Twilight Zone episode where the little kid has the powers to influence people to do things. Red Before Black #6. I can't remember when the last one came out, and I'm going to read this one. I can't even remember if I have #5 now, so I need to double check this. I mean, it was an interesting story, but it just comes out so infrequently that I may just have to pass on this. Absolute Batman. Absolute Flash. Then again, Gotham City Sirens #3. I just went with a connecting cover. None of the other covers really jumped out to me. Vampirella. And these were just strictly cover buy. I want to get a couple issues and then read it. And then I got the foil Weird Science homage. It keeps reflecting my ugly mug back here. Battle Beast #3. Again, I don't know much about the Invincible Universe. I kind of jumped on with a blind bag, and it was a pretty interesting story. Whether or not I keep up with it remains to be seen. I'm not a big fan of Robert Kirkman, and that's just because I've heard people tell stories about how he is at conventions. So, but each to his own. Speaking of conventions, Dread the Hall. This was a one-shot Christmas special, but now they've done another one where they are at a comic book convention. Ghost Pepper. I was on the fence about picking this up, but my LCS pulled the Artgerm cover for me, so I figured I'd at least try issue number 1. G.I. Joe number 9. Baroness and CoverGirl are in France and they're being attacked by Baron Blood. I had missed last issue of I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer, so I was able to find that. And then issue 4 came out. I'm bummed because there's a couple other issues I missed that they can't get anymore. This ends tonight. I had it on my pull list and I can't remember what it was about. So again, it's a number 1. I'll give it a try. Far down below, number 4. They didn't have number 3. I think I'm missing number 3, and they said it was unavailable. So I have to do some hunting. Pastime number 4. Again, it's been a little while since number 3 came out, I feel. But, I mean, vampires, baseball, kind of a weird mix, but it's definitely an entertaining story. Speaking of vampires, saw Sinners on HBO. Thought it was pretty good. Slasher's Apprentice number 3. Again, this is one that is completely different from what I was expecting. This girl on the cover, she basically tracks down this infamous serial killer just based on clues and things that he's accidentally left at the scene, and she wants to follow in his footsteps. Bring on the Bad Guys Abomination. Again, I read so much, I'd forgotten this was a continuation story. I thought it was all going to be one-shots. I still need to read The Green Goblin, the one before this. And Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe. The crossovers, the last one's Godzilla versus Spider-Man, Thor, Avengers, and all that. Some of them were good, some of them were not as good. Some of them were a little hokey, if you will. Predator versus Spider-Man. Craven's joined in. Star Wars number 3. Kind of excited about this one. They've gone back to Cloud City. You never hear about it anymore after the original trilogy. And then a couple of dollar books or $2 books on the rack I grabbed. I needed a Thor 277. And then Pin-Up Apocalypse number 4 has come out. And then the EC, the Epitaph of, is kind of, they did 12 issues, and then it's now become Catacomb of Torment, or it's changed title. I won't ruin why, but Epitaph is kind of on hiatus for until I don't know if this is going to be the new name or if they're just going to bounce back and forth between titles. Big Rig, Post Malone's Big Rig. The Free Comic Book Day one was interesting, so it felt a lot thinner than this one, so hopefully there's more in this and it's not just another free comic book day version that I paid money for. And then Slayer was in the $2 rack, and it's Slayer, so I mean, why not grab it? I may have this. I'm 90% sure I do, but I mean, can always do with another copy. Then surprisingly, on the $2 rack as well, and I'm a big Linsner fan and Dawn fan, was Dawn Presents Drama. I'd never seen the cover before. Again, I'm a big fan of his. I did not realize it was an acetate cover. So I pulled that out of the original bag. I thought the cover felt different, opened it up, so I was really happy. Spent $2 on that one. So anyway, that was my haul from last week, this week. So as always, let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.